Imagine standing on a rock tongue 700 meters above a mirror-perfect lake, or watching green fire dance across the Arctic sky while the sun refuses to set, or sailing through sheer cliffs where waterfalls plunge straight into the sea. This is Norway, where nature doesn't just exist, it dominates. Number 15, the Atlantic Ocean Road. Engineering meets ocean fury. Imagine you're behind the wheel of a car that's more like a chariot of the gods, hurtling along a ribbon of asphalt that defies the raging Atlantic. This is the tale of the Atlantic Ocean Road, Atlanterhavsvägen, often called the world's most beautiful drive. Our daring driver sets off from the rugged coast of Moray og Grimsdal, where 8 elegant bridges leap between tiny islands like stepping stones across an angry sea. Storms here are legendary. Waves crash over the road in winter, turning the drive into an adrenaline-fueled battle against nature itself. But on calm days, the sun glints off turquoise waters, seals bask on rocks, and seabirds wheel overhead in a symphony of freedom. Built in the 1980s as a marvel of Norwegian engineering, this 8-kilometer stretch connects isolated fishing communities, offering panoramic views of the wild ocean that once claimed countless ships. Our hero pulls over at one of the viewpoints, heart pounding, feeling the salt spray on their face as the road curves dramatically over the water. It's not just a drive, it's a dialogue with the elements, a reminder that humans can harmonize with nature's power when we build with respect. Best in summer for smooth sailing or autumn for dramatic skies. The Atlantic Ocean Road isn't merely a road, it's Norway's bold love letter to the sea, inviting you to feel alive with every turn. Number 14, Kjeragbolten, the suspended boulder of legends. Now, picture a massive boulder wedged impossibly between 2 sheer cliffs hanging 984 meters above the abyss of Lysefjord. This is Kjeragbolten, the Kjerag boulder, a natural wonder that feels like a dare from the trolls themselves. Our fearless hiker laces up boots and sets off on the challenging 10 to 12-kilometer round-trip trail from Ringedalsvatnet, climbing steep paths past snowfields and dramatic viewpoints. The reward? Standing on a rock no bigger than a dining table, with nothing but air beneath your feet and the fjord far below. Legends say the boulder was placed by giants as a test of courage. In reality, it's a glacial erratic left behind after the Ice Age. Thousands brave the hike each year, snapping that iconic photo while hearts race with the thrill of the drop. But it's more than a selfie spot. It's a moment of pure vulnerability where you confront the raw scale of Norway's mountains. Guided tours are recommended for safety, and the best time is July to September when paths are clear. Kjeragbolten isn't just a rock, it's a portal to the edge of wonder, where fear and awe dance together in Norway's untamed heights. Number 13, Trolltunga, the troll's tongue that calls to the brave. High above the misty Ringedalsvatnet Lake juts a horizontal rock shelf shaped like a giant tongue, Trolltunga, the troll's tongue. In our story, a determined explorer arises before dawn in Ada, embarking on one of Norway's most demanding hikes, 20 to 28 kilometers round trip, 10 to 12 hours of steep ascents, river crossings, and boulder fields. But oh, the payoff! Standing on that protruding rock 700 meters above the Emerald Lake, arms outstretched like you're conquering the world. Folklore tells of a troll who stuck out his tongue in defiance and was turned to stone by sunlight. Today, it's a rite of passage for adventurers, with views of snow-capped peaks and cascading valleys that stretch forever. Pack layers, water, and courage. The trail tests your limits, but rewards with euphoria. Summer is prime time, with midnight sun adding extra magic. Trolltunga isn't a casual stroll, it's a heroic quest, a story of perseverance that ends with you perched on one of nature's most dramatic thrones. Number 12, Stegastein Viewpoint, a platform into the sky. Perched like an eagle's nest 650 meters above the Aurlandsfjord, Stegastein is a modern masterpiece of Norwegian design, a wooden platform extending 30 meters out from the cliff with a glass floor section that makes your stomach drop. Our traveler winds up the steep mountain road from Aurland, heart quickening as the fjord reveals itself in layers of blue and green below. Stepping onto the viewpoint feels like walking into thin air. The railing-free edges invite you to lean in, breathe deeply, and absorb the vastness. Built as part of the National Scenic Routes, it's an architectural poem celebrating Norway's dramatic landscapes. Imagine sunset here, golden light bathing the fjord while eagles soar, pure serenity mixed with exhilaration. Accessible by car or bus, it's perfect for all levels, but the views hit hardest in clear weather from May to September. Stegastein isn't just a lookout, it's Norway's way of saying, look how grand this world is and how small we are in it. Number 11, Runde Island, the kingdom of a million birds. Far out on the wild west coast lies Runde, an island that's home to over 1 million seabirds, a living, breathing spectacle of feathers and flight. Our nature lover arrives by boat from Ålesund, stepping onto a rugged paradise where cliffs teem with puffins, gannets, kittiwakes, and fulmars. In spring and summer, the air is alive with their cries, wings flashing against the sky as they dive for fish in the North Atlantic. Legends speak of hidden treasures in the bird cliffs, but the real gold is the biodiversity, Europe's largest seabird colony, a protected haven where you can hike trails, spot rare species, and feel the pulse of the ocean. Our hero stands at the edge of the cliffs, binoculars in hand, watching puffins with their colorful beaks waddle like tiny clowns. It's a reminder of Norway's commitment to wild places, no crowds, just raw nature. Best visited May to August for peak activity. Runde isn't just an island, it's a symphony of life, a story of the sea's endless cycle that leaves you humbled and inspired.
Number 10, the lakes, little slices of paradise. Picture this. You're a weary explorer trekking through Norway's rugged wilderness, your boots crunching on glacial gravel, when suddenly the trees part to reveal a shimmering expanse of water so deep and pure it seems like a portal to another world. This is the story of Norway's lakes, those hidden gems scattered like jewels across the landscape. Take Hornindalsvatnet, Europe's deepest lake at a staggering 514 meters, deeper than some oceans feel. Legend has it that these waters hold ancient Viking secrets buried in their abyss. Or wander to Ringedalsvatnet, where the meltwater from nearby glaciers tints the lake an ethereal green, like emerald elixir poured from the mountains above. In our tale, our explorer dips their hands into the cool, silken surface, feeling the pulse of the earth. Lakes like Lovatnet and Jostedalsbreen glow with this unique hue, a gift from the silt carried down by thawing ice, creating a serene paradise where time stands still. Fishermen on Lake Femunden in Femundsmarka National Park cast lines at dawn, pulling up trout as the mist rises, while in Stavanger's Mosvatnet, families picnic by the shore, sharing stories under the endless sky. These lakes aren't just bodies of water, they're sanctuaries for the soul, inviting you to kayak across their glassy surfaces or simply sit and reflect. But beware, the depths hold mysteries like submerged forests from long ago landslides. Visiting in summer, when the wildflowers bloom, turns this into a fairy tale escape. Norway's lakes remind us that sometimes the greatest wonders are the quiet ones, whispering peace amid the chaos of the world. Number 9. Svalbard, a remote Arctic paradise. Now, let's venture farther north to a frozen frontier where the line between reality and myth blurs. This is Svalbard, an archipelago in the Arctic Ocean where our intrepid adventurer arrives by plane from Oslo, stepping into a world of perpetual extremes. Longyearbyen, the heartbeat of this remote paradise, buzzes with hardy souls who've traded city lights for the thrill of the wild. Imagine bundling up in winter, snow crunching underfoot as you hop on a snowmobile, racing across vast tundras under a sky ablaze with the northern lights. Polar bears roam these icy realms, kings of the Arctic, their white fur blending with the snow, a reminder that here, humans are mere visitors in nature's domain. Come summer, the midnight sun bathes everything in golden light for months, allowing endless explorations, dog sledding over glaciers, skiing down untouched slopes, or hiking to spot walruses and Arctic foxes. Svalbard's wildlife is legendary, seals basking on ice floes, reindeer grazing on sparse tundra, and birds nesting in cliffs that echo with their calls. Our story's hero stands at the edge of a fjord, feeling the raw isolation, where the silence is broken only by cracking ice. This place, with its dramatic light variations, feels like the end of the earth, a sanctuary for adventurers seeking the untamed. But respect is key. Guides ensure safe encounters, preserving this fragile ecosystem. Svalbard isn't just a wonder, it's a call to the wild spirit in all of us, a tale of survival and splendor in the Arctic's embrace. Number 8. The Glaciers, ancient frozen giants. Deep in Norway's icy core, where time itself seems frozen, lies the story of the glaciers, ancient behemoths that have shaped the land for millennia. Our wanderer, equipped with crampons and an ice axe, joins a guided tour to Jostedalsbreen, the largest glacier on mainland Europe, sprawling like a colossal blue serpent across the mountains. With 2,534 glaciers in total, Norway guards these frozen treasures, including the massive Østfondet on Svalbard, Europe's biggest ice cap. As you hike onto the creaking ice of Ringedalsvatnet or Nygardsbreen, branches of Jostedalsbreen, feel the ground shift subtly beneath you, a living entity molded by centuries of wind and weather. Legends speak of trolls trapped in the ice, their groans echoing in the crevasses. The air is crisp, laced with the scent of pure frost, as sunlight refracts through the deep blue hues, revealing layers of history compressed into crystal. Our hero peers into a mula, a swirling vortex where meltwater plunges into the depths, symbolizing the glacier's eternal cycle of freeze and thaw. But danger lurks. Never venture alone, as the ice moves unpredictably, hiding fissures that could swallow the unwary. In summer,
Guided hikes let you touch this raw power, perhaps even ice climb or kayak near calving fronts where chunks thunder into fjords. These glaciers aren't static, they're storytellers of climates past and future, urging us to protect their majestic silence. In Norway, stepping on a glacier is like walking through time, a humbling adventure that connects you to the planet's frozen heartbeat. Number 7. The waterfalls, cascading forces of nature. Listen closely. Can you hear the roar? That's the call of Norway's waterfalls, nature's symphony of power and grace. Our traveler, backpack slung over shoulder, follows a misty trail in spring when meltwater swells these giants to their mightiest. Norway boasts 10 of the world's 30th tallest waterfalls, with Kjellfossen towering at nearly 800 meters, a vertical torrent that defies gravity. Venture to Vettifossen, plunging freely into a lush gorge, or Longfoss, where water sheets down cliffs beside a winding road. Then there's the Seven Sisters, a mythical cascade in Geirangerfjord, 7 streams dancing side by side, like siblings in a folktale, each with its own rhythm. Voringsfossen, dramatic and thunderous, drops 182 meters into a canyon, its spray creating rainbows that locals say are bridges to Valhalla. In our story, the explorer stands at the base, drenched in mist, feeling the Earth's vibration as water crashes down, a reminder of nature's untamed energy. These waterfalls aren't just scenic, they're vital, powering Norway's hydroelectric dreams. Best in May and June, when winter's snow unleashes a flood of life, hikes to viewpoints offer heart-pounding views, perhaps with a picnic amid wildflowers. But tread carefully, slippery paths and sheer drops add thrill to the tale. Norway's waterfalls are chapters in the land's watery epic, inviting you to reconnect with the primal force that carves canyons and refreshes the soul.
Number 6. The National Parks, pristine wilderness realms. Envision a vast, untouched canvas where nature paints freely. Welcome to Norway's national parks, guardians of pristine landscapes. With 47 parks, including 7 on remote Svalbard, these sanctuaries span mountains, coasts, and tundras. Our nomad arrives at Jotunheimen, home to Scandinavia's highest peaks, where trails wind through valleys dotted with turquoise lakes and wild reindeer herds. Or explore Femundsmarka, a forested haven for fishing and solitude. The story unfolds as you hike, kayak, or ski, staying in rustic DNT cabins that feel like portals to simpler times. Norwegian Friluftsliv, the love of outdoor life, is alive here, with rules like leave no trace, ensuring the land remains unspoiled. Stick to paths, pack out waste, and whisper to avoid disturbing wildlife. Imagine camping under stars, the only sounds being wind through pines or distant moose calls. Parks like Lofoten in the Arctic Circle offer rugged coasts battered by waves, while others hide glaciers and fjords. Our hero finds peace in the isolation, perhaps spotting eagles soaring overhead or berries ripe for picking. These parks aren't just protected areas, they're living stories of conservation, where every visitor becomes a steward. Year-round adventures await, from winter cross-country skiing to summer berry foraging. In Norway's national parks, you don't just visit, you become part of the eternal wilderness narrative. Number 5. The mountains, dramatic peaks and legends. High above the fjords where eagles dare rise Norway's mountains, dramatic sentinels steeped in lore and adventure. Our climber sets out in Fjord, Norway, tackling trails like the iconic Bessigen Ridge in Jotunheimen, where knife-edge paths offer views of lakes glowing like sapphires below.
But the real stars are Preikestolen, the Pulpit Cliff, a flat cliff jutting 604 meters over Lysefjord. Imagine standing on its edge, wind whipping your hair, feeling like a god surveying creation. Legend says it was a troll's throne frozen in stone. Then there's Trolltunga, the troll's tongue, a horizontal rock protruding 700 meters above Ringedalsvatnet Lake, a hike that tests your mettle with 10 to 12 hours of ascent, rewarding with panoramic vistas that steal your breath. In the Lofoten Islands or Senja, peaks plunge straight into the sea, creating surreal backdrops for midnight hikes. Norwegian culture reveres these heights through friluftsliv, with the DNT providing huts and maps for safe journeys. Our story's protagonist conquers Kjerag, home to the boulder wedged between cliffs, a daring photo op. These mountains aren't mere rock, they're canvases for tales of trolls and heroes, where fog rolls in like ancient spirits. Best in summer for clear paths, but winter brings skiing thrills. Norway's mountains call to the bold, promising stories of triumph and awe in their dramatic embrace. Number 4. The Midnight Sun, Eternal Daylight's Magic. As the sun refuses to sleep, a magical chapter unfolds in northern Norway, the midnight sun, where day stretches into infinity. Our sun chaser heads above the Arctic Circle in summer to places like the North Cape or Svalbard, where from April to August, the golden orb hovers eternally, casting a warm, surreal glow. At the North Pole, it lasts 6 months, but in Tromsø, it's weeks of non-stop light, turning night into a perpetual twilight adventure. Imagine kayaking at 2 a.m. on glassy fjords, the water mirroring the endless sky, or hiking peaks under a sun that dips but never vanishes. Norwegians embrace it with midnight golf tournaments or whale safaris where orcas leap in the amber light. Our hero joins locals in a beach barbecue at midnight, laughter echoing as shadows stretch long, but darkness never comes. This phenomenon, born from Earth's tilt, feels like a stolen gift from time itself. Legends tell of gods granting extra hours for joy. In Svalbard, it's the longest, fueling polar explorations, but it's fleeting. Come winter, the balance shifts. Experiencing it transforms routines. Sleep when you want, adventure when inspired. The midnight sun isn't just light, it's a story of boundless energy, inviting you to live fully in Norway's enchanted. Number 3. The fjords, majestic inlets of myth. Deep cuts in the earth, filled with secrets, this is the epic of Norway's fjords, over 1,000 saltwater arms reaching inland like fingers of the sea. Our sailfarer boards a kayak in Fjord, a UNESCO jewel, paddling past cliffs soaring 1,000 meters, where waterfalls like the Seven Sisters tumble in silvery veils, misting the air with rainbow prisms. Sognefjord, the longest, at 200 kilometers, snakes through valleys, its depths hiding shipwrecks and marine life. Fjord blooms with orchards in spring, apples ripening under cascading falls. Legends abound. Trolls carved these in fits of rage, or their gateways to underwater realms. In Fjord, the narrowest, walls close in dramatically, making you feel enveloped by nature's grandeur. Our story unfolds with a rib boat safari, spotting seals and eagles, or a hike to viewpoints where the blue waters stretch eternally. Fjord saunas offer steamy relaxation, steam rising as you plunge into icy waters. UNESCO listed for their beauty, these fjords power Norway's soul. Fishing villages cling to shores, sharing tales over fresh cod. Best in summer for calm seas, but autumn's colors add magic. Norway's fjords aren't just scenery, they're living myths, drawing you into a timeless saga of water, rock, and wonder. Number 2. The Northern Lights, Celestial Dance. In the velvet darkness of Norway's winter nights, a celestial ballet begins, the Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis, painting the sky in vibrant hues. Our stargazer travels to Tromsø, bundling against the crisp cold, eyes skyward as green veils swirl, joined by pinks, blues, and violets. Caused by solar particles clashing with Earth's atmosphere, this light show ignites above the Arctic Circle from September to March, best on clear, dry nights. Locations like the Lofoten Islands or Alta, the city of the Northern Lights, offer prime views, with Senja's wild coasts adding drama. Imagine lying in snow, the aurora undulating like a dragon's breath, legends whispering of Viking spirits or Sami gods signaling. Our hero joins a chase tour, driving to dark spots away from city glow, camera ready as the display intensifies, colors pulsing in rhythmic waves. Kirkenes, near the Russian border, hosts igloo hotels for cozy watching. This wonder isn't predictable. Solar activity dictates the show, but when it hits, it's transformative, a reminder of cosmic connections. Norway's northern lights are a story of magic in the mundane, beckoning dreamers to witness nature's most enchanting spectacle. Number 1. Lofoten Islands, Archipelago of Dreams. And now the crown jewel, the Lofoten Islands, a dramatic archipelago where mountains kiss the sea in a symphony of wonder. Our final adventurer sails into this northern paradise, greeted by jagged peaks rising like dragon spines from turquoise waters, fishing villages with red rorbu cabins clinging to rocky shores. Stretching above the Arctic Circle, Lofoten blends fjords, beaches, and wilderness into an otherworldly tapestry. Hike to Ringedalsvatnet for views of Lysefjord, where legends say mermaids lure sailors. In summer, the midnight sun gilds white sand beaches like Haukeland, perfect for surreal midnight swims. Winter brings northern lights draping the sky over snow-capped summits. Our story peaks with a cod fishing expedition, pulling lines as eagles circle, or surfing Arctic waves at Unstad. Wildlife thrives, puffins nest in cliffs, orcas hunt in fjords. Villages like Lysefjord, UNESCO protected, echo with Viking history, while trails like Horseide Beach lead to isolated sands. Lofoten's raw beauty, stormy seas, calm bays, and ever-changing light makes it Norway's ultimate wonder, a living dream where every turn reveals a new chapter. It's not just a place, it's an emotion, calling you to lose yourself in its spell. There you have it, folks. Norway's top 10 natural wonders, each a story waiting to be lived. From frozen glaciers to dancing lights, this country captivates like no other. Which one calls to you? Drop a comment below, and if this inspired you, smash that like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more adventures. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Safe travels.